My body is in no way prepared for that amount of dairy, but I do not care. And speaking of endings, we are at the final 2 episodes of Vox Machina, and I gotta say, it's been a bit of a ride, and I really enjoy this show. And I know I keep saying that pretty much over and over and over, but that's because I want to make sure that you know that I enjoy it, even though I may criticize it at times. I really enjoy this show because it's kind of one of a kind, even with shows like Arcane and a lot of the stuff like the Dragon Age cartoon and Castlevania. This series, I think, could really take adult animation to its next mainstream level, because when they think of adult animation, they don't think of shows like these. They don't think of action. They don't think of drama. This might just be a petty gripe coming from me. I'm often called the anti-Disney adult, but that's besides the point. I feel like shows like this will keep companies like Disney from monopolizing the animation market and 1, stop overworking animators, and 2, let them spread their wings. And that's just how I feel, because I feel like a lot of mainstream movies are advertisements rather than shows, but this feels like an actual cohesive story. Like I said before, it's giving me Avatar: The Last Airbender feels. Now, for those of you who know, and for those of you who don't, my name is TK. I am a writer, a voice actress, and your resident lunatic. And today we are watching, once again, episodes 11 and 12 of The Legend of Vox Machina, based off of the live play podcast Critical Role. As I said before in episode 1, I really love playing D&D. As a matter of fact, these days, it's a pretty big part of my life. Being a part of Historically Black Dice and playing in my own free time with, my friends, family, and loved ones. Even though I am really into playing the game, I have only gotten into one live play podcast, and that was the Adventure Zone that was by the McElroy brothers. After that, when it came to live play podcasts, I just kind of fell off altogether because I preferred to play it myself. Has this show convinced me to listen to the Critical Role podcast? Not necessarily, but who knows? I really enjoy D&D. It really helped me find my place after I moved out of my parents' house. It helped me find a group of friends that I love and trust, and helped me find my better half. I mean, essentially the love of my life. So yeah, it means a lot to me. Now, you guys know that what I react to most on this channel are fantasy and action-based shows. Vox Machina, of course, is no exception. There are a lot of things that I like about the action in this show, but there are also a lot of things I don't like, and we're gonna tackle that at the end of the show. As far as its source content, I feel like it suits D&D, because depending on the player, initiative can actually get quite gruesome, depending on 1, what class you play, and 2, basically how the players are. I have heard Matthew Mercer always asks, how do you want to end this? Or how do you want to finish this? Excuse me, you'll hear my fan going off in the background, but no, this actually made me mad. I actually made myself mad because we literally saw a bumper sticker that had the right phrase, how do you want to do this? Like, I literally saw it less than an hour before recording this, and I still got it wrong. More often than not, they can go into pretty graphic detail. So while I don't agree with the graphic nature of the show myself, just because it's not to my personal taste doesn't mean it doesn't suit the show. And I think huge fans will not be burned by the amount of graphic imagery, because I still feel like I'll find a way to put this by the end of the video, but there is just a certain line that they don't cross, and I appreciate that. Now, I don't want to spend too much time on this comparison, but someone asked me if I liked the Arcane or Vox Machina better, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't like that question, because in my mind, neither of them are objectively better than the other, and I like them both pretty much the same. I feel like we should appreciate them for what they are before we start comparing them to each other. Animations like Castlevania, Arcane, Vox Machina, they are walking. Well, I wouldn't even say they're walking. I mean, they're sprinting pretty fast at this point, because the shows themselves themselves are brilliant, but they are making way for more original projects down the line. I think with these shows, we will start seeing more original products that don't revolve around stuff like podcasts, video games, or books. Projects that can be completely original so we can watch stuff that's more innovative, more iconic even. I said this before in a previous episode. There is such a demand for a constant stream of content, be it from Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, from anywhere. There is such a constant demand of content that the time to create that content is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And therefore, the production value, the way the actors are treated, the way the animators are treated, the way writers are treated is getting worse and worse and worse. And I believe that the more time we spend on projects like these, like Vox Machina, like Castlevania, like Arcane, instead of having them butt heads against each other, we should really be praising them for how they treat their animators, how they treat their writers, how they pay such close attention to a well-loved story, so more original products can get the same love, same attention, and same careful consideration that all these projects get. Because I sincerely believe, this is gonna sound very pretentious, and I apologize in advance, but we are losing a sense of originality. You can even see it in Pixar movies, where certain characters start to have the same, like, puffy-ish cheeks in every single movie. I'll stop ranting, I swear, but while it is nice to be like, oh, which one do you like better? I don't think that these are projects that are meant to be enemies. I think that they are all working to a goal that we should all, frankly, be aspiring to and demanding from the people who create our content. Now, I admit, I am a little bit worried about the finale, only because there is so much to wrap up in less than an hour. And this show has done a brilliant job of fitting a lot of information into a very short episode. So I absolutely think they can pull it off, but it is also something that would be very difficult to pull off in a satisfying way. But judging by the accolades and the excitement I see for the next season, I think they're gonna do just fine. Now, there are a couple of things that need to be taken care of, like what's going to happen to Cassandra, what's going to happen to Vax, what's gonna happen to Whitestone, what is going to happen to Vex and Vax's relationship. Is Vex kind of gonna own up to the things she said? Probably not. And I want to say something very briefly about Vex, because some of y'all seemed a little bit confused or take issue with something I said in the previous episode. I do not mind that Vex is like, do what I say and not as I do. I think that is a great character flaw. I hate this. I hate it when people say, oh, they're such a human character, because that's a cop-out in my opinion. But if I can be honest, very indicative of what an older sister or older sibling does. Well, she's actually Vax's twin sister. There are a lot of older siblings who are like, no, I did this and I don't want this to happen to you, so don't do that. Even though what you're doing is just a part of life, it could actually turn out better for you, even though it didn't for me, but don't do that regardless. It's just something that older siblings do, and I actually think that's quite brilliant. To be honest, I think she's one of the best written characters. I need to find out something. I wonder why Percy is so eager to take revenge and why it seems to take him over. I'm wondering, is it some sort of supernatural force, or is he just that angry? Because I'm feeling a lot of comparisons with Percy to Wen Kexing from Word of Honor, and I'll harp on that later, maybe even in another video, because I don't know if I'm gonna have time for that, but I'm excited to see how they do it. Now, with that being said, we are gonna go ahead and put on our headphones, and we are going to commence with the drama, my friends. Okay, so we're starting at the ziggurat, picking up right back where we left off, like we do in most of the episodes, and apparently ziggurat just means pyramid, which is hilarious. And someone told me she is the voice of Azula, which I can definitely tell. Wow, Cassandra still just covered in blood. Yeah, Delilah definitely seems like the brains of the operation in this. Green is bad.
It wasn't a spell book, it was an instruction manual. Drawings, the symbols, it all had to do with that name.
Wow, this is yeah, he's definitely something.
Takes the power to return to our plane.
Oh, fun.
I don't give a shit what they're doing. I just want my brother back.
Okay, but you should give a shit what they're doing, because if you get your brother back, he could still be cursed. So, like, maybe think about this a little bit.
You and I will be together forever. Let any who would stop us shatter against what we have built.
This is what we call exceptionalism, everybody.
I'll take Vax. Piece of cake.
Grog.
Yeah, don't kill him. Yeah, okay, no.
Buddies, we still need somebody to handle Silas.
Buddies. Why does Pike refer to Grog as a plural? Like, is that just a verbal tick? Or I just noticed that.
goody.
Come with me. Our minds.
Are you hitting on me?
Percy, they'll hear.
I mean, she's unarmed. Strangle her. Like, she's unarmed. Go, just get her. You're stronger than her. And she's unarmed. You don't have to shoot her. Well, I guess he has to. Oh, it has a name. Okay, Percy will not have done this, will not have blown this on purpose. Oh, shit. Okay.
All right, look, you might as well surrender. You're outnumbered, and there's no.
Yeah, but they're much powerful. Much more powerful. Oh, those noises are hard on the ears.
Go, Percy!
A wise, something that should have been done a while ago. Restrain him. Find some way to restrain him. It's the I know you're in there somewhere fight.
I've waited so long for this.
Who is Orthax? This dark smoke is not letting Percy get away with. Maybe you should be doing that to Vax, but it's whatever. But I'm here for Keela. I'm here for Keela taking on the boss. Oh no, it's the fight, Borner Sword. Come on, both of y'all get in the fight. Ooh. Ooh, jeez. Ooh. Get his ass, Pike. Get his ass. Get it. Oh, damn. He's been silenced. She's not trying to kill him, but he's definitely trying to kill her.
Snap out of it, you fuck! It's me!
I don't think that's how that spell works. Like, if it was that easy to just be like, hey, snap out of it, then it wouldn't be a spell that works. That could have still absolutely have killed her, but, you know.
They murdered our family!
They are my family!
She's clearly not in her right mind. The summary of this episode oversold Percy's state of mind. Like, he seems to be thinking pretty logically, despite the fact that he is battling two forces at once. Fight, Boner. Ooh, get it, Pike. Get it, girl. Ooh.
Coward.
Is she, or did she? Is she going to fight yet another fight?
Get away from my
Oh, he's like, my gnome? Oh, the D20s.
Probably a good thing I can't hear you right now.
He just said my hero. Totally not something dirty. Orthax. That name does not sound familiar.
So, you're going to kill your own.
Oh, like you're not trying to kill Percy, Cassandra. Jesus Christ. This man just can't win. Cute. Percy really can't be allowed to have nice things, can he? Yeah, she's definitely under a thrall. Keyleth, come on, Keyleth. I believe in you. Do something. Oh, and Grog is still unconscious. I believe you can. Keyleth has a concussion. Oh, is she about to? Oh, ooh. Okay. What you got? What you got, girl? Come on. Oh, okay. What have we got, Keyleth? What are you about to do?
Help me be the light.
As Pike said, you're their light now. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Punch Sileth as hard as possible right now. She's still hitting him. Aw. Yep, exactly.
I was ready to kill you just now.
Is that different from any other day? Oh, yes! Get her, get her, get her, get her! Scanlan's still cursed.
Oh, Pike! Oh, thank God that's over.
Yeah, something tells me he couldn't handle silence very well. Nope, 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 nope. Who is that? Is that Grog? Yes! And this time, I am going to destroy you.
Not tired of losing to me, oaf.
To be fair, he didn't actually lose to you. You just got lucky. Grog doesn't lose, okay? Grog doesn't lose. Go fuck yourself. Oh. I love these wide shot fight scenes. They're amazing. You know what they remind me of? They remind me of Jackie Chan movies.
What? I'm not trying to.
Yeah, no. Grog won the wisdom saving throw. Somehow. Oh, yes! Get him. Get him. Get him.
Real men.
Alright, Keyleth. Although, I'm not gonna lie, I do worry about Keyleth's overall constitution when she's doing stuff like this. She's so small, and I just want her to be okay. This is gorgeous. This is just beautiful. Like, Keyleth is responsible for a lot of very beautiful scenes in this show. You're not the only one who can cast silence, bitch. He can take it. He was thrown off of a several-story pyramid. He can take it. Sorry, Delilah, but I do not feel bad for you. Sucks to suck, Silas. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, bitch. Stop. Yes, please. Hug. God damn it! She's about to sacrifice herself to the Whispered One. Yep, it's very much giving Azula.
The world for us.
Yes, you did. Oh, I don't like that.
Honor our bargain.
But you're technically not holding up your end of the bargain?
Take it easy. She ain't going nowhere.
Okay, yeah, but everything else is happening?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Okay, but describe it anyway. We've been through a lot. Oh, entropy. I saw that. That's not, okay, it's a door. Are we sure we're gonna be able to do this? Oh, wow. Oh no. Okay, yeah, see, now are we gonna be able to do this? Okay, are we gonna be able to stop her? Get her. Oh yeah, she's probably not doing great. Keyleth has taken a lot of damage this time. Oh my god. Then what are we gonna do? Ooh, okay. Hit her again! Hit her again! I don't know how, but do it! Keyleth has taken a lot more damage than I thought this episode! Don't. Do not. Yes, this is very shocking and horrifying, but I swear to God, if Keyleth is actually dead, I am burning this place to the ground. We have Revivify. I know this. They're at level 9. I don't fucking care.
You promised.
Get fucked, Delilah. Please let this be all there is, because I'm tired of hearing her mouth.
I need to do this quickly before.
God damn it, Pike! Okay, she didn't do that on purpose, but that makes everything complicated. Scanlan, you can heal! Come on, buddy! Apply pressure to the wound. Scanlan! I swear to God, if she's actually dead, I'm fighting. I'm fighting everyone in the writer's room. They could all kiss my ass. Amazon is really breaking my immersion with a commercial right now, with a Jeff Bridges commercial of all things. Like, Jeff, we don't... Stop, okay? We don't need this. We were watching something interesting. What is it with streaming services and giving you commercials even though you're already paying for no commercials? Okay, so what are we gonna do? How are we gonna do this? The climactic fight is already passed.
Try this, quickly.
Can she swallow that? That should be like necrotic damage or something. Ha! Whoa, Percy! You can't lift her though.
Done with you yet.
Damn. Cassandra just took her by the hair like, bitch! And they're dragging her down the stairs like a fucking suitcase. Uh-oh. No. No! Do we still have enough time to make this work? Yeah, but they already took the elixir.
Another elixir.
She doesn't have another one. Although, I see no reason why it wouldn't work after they left, after she's digested it, but it's whatever. I'm not gonna nitpick. But this is... I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm mad. I'm pissed. Ah! I don't know. You're a rogue. You don't have that kind of magic.
What more could I lose?
I don't know. Probably nothing more than what everyone else lost because of you. Oh! I think we need to acknowledge the fact that something is deeply wrong with Percy. But that's only Keyleth and Pike saw that.
I thought she meant he was just depressed.
Of course you did.
Better for it.
Wait,
Yeah.
Keyleth.
Oh, Vax did save her life.
I don't think much of
I'm not sure how much of Percy is left.
Vexalia, what are you doing?
Doing the same thing she did for you.
darling.
It's the darling for me, y'all. It's the darling for me. Oh, he is terrified. The poor thing. Dang, everybody's in a bad way. Oh, that's cool shit, though. That's cool. I love monsters. I'm so glad Keyleth is still alive. Good job, Scanlan. We're still just dragging her around like a suitcase at an airport. I just need Delilah, like, as a purple suitcase being rolled around Hartsfield Jackson. Oh. Remember when I said how Pike and Percy's story parallel each other? This is the shit I'm talking about. This is so good. Okay, Orthax, we really don't have time.
Let her go! Cassandra!
Now Cassandra's like, they're really going all in on the torture Percy card. This man is really not allowed to have nice things. And poor Keyleth is like, my everything is broken.
He has to reload eventually.
No, I don't think he does. Oh, that's the coolest shit I've ever seen. Yes, let the hate flow through you. Jeez. No, I think he needs a little more help.
One well-placed shot and a pain.
Percy, I think you need a new therapist, buddy. Oh, Crow Monster. I love it. I like him so much. I love that design.
Give me souls to feast upon.
Oh, Murder Demon. Cool.
Against a demon? What?
You're his sister. Reach him.
It's a bit of an ask, Vex, because you weren't able to reach Vax, but whatever.
Find the real Percy within.
Find my brother.
Please?
I'm here for you.
Which is pretty much all you need to say to someone who's going through some bad shit. Stop. Orthax, relax. Orthax, stop keeping Percy from his character development, goddammit! Dang, they are just not letting him have it. My dude cannot have nice things.
Don't forfeit your own soul.
That's what the 6th bullet is for.
You know who to trust, Percy.
I don't Wow, you haven't really been that great lately. Is he gonna shoot himself? Wow, good idea, Percy. Oh, well, that's not good. Oh my God, please hug her. I need it. Oh God, I love Grog so much. Okay, but can Cassandra kill her? Okay, there we go. Sometimes a bitch just needs to die. I'm sorry. Good for her. Good for her. That one was for me. Thank you. No, I wasn't forgiving her. I was just letting you have that one. Peace. You should probably use... Yeah, I would use the one you found in Dr. Anders' bag. You were being way too optimistic, Percy. Good idea. Thank you, Scanlan. See? Bitch! Oh my God, please just hug your sister!
Total guess.
It probably still needed to be destroyed anyway. Ugh. Oh, that's gotta stink. I guess we'll be doing cremation from now on?
And smile.
Oh, she calls her Kiki now too, please!
My entire adult life has been driven by fear and vengeance.
I am not the leading type. How many times do I have to say it?
Help me ensure it lives forever.
Oh my God, please just hug your sister. I realize you're not a hugging family, but I need the closure.
And it's the first time anyone's ever said that to me.
Can she return it? She has a lot to live up to.
I just can't.
Ooh, but you want to a little bit though. He does not look experienced. Yeah, see, that's a,
Hopefully it's not dangerous.
Besides, you need to get punched in the face now and then.
And punched emotionally. I feel like Percy should stay with Cassandra a little bit more, but you know.
Only some trees I've seen before, and they have to be alive, and also I have to be strong enough, and I think I can only do it like once a day, so you know what? Just forget I brought it up.
Darling, you've got this.
It's the darling for me. I love Vex so much. Oh, that's the best thing I've seen all day.
Aren't trees just the best?
They put a lot of attention on that line, so I'm guessing that's something she says often on the podcast. I still think they should have hugged, but that's just one black woman's opinion. Whatever. I just needed the, yeah. And they have a home, and they're like a little family.
Hate doors.
The never-ending battle with doors. Oh, and she's much more confident in her healing now.
My masterpiece
Is it a naked
complete.
woman? Okay.
To the cloud top.
What, like now?
We just got back. I'm tired. Gilmore!
Saved us from this threat.
Oh, okay. So we're not in trouble this time. To be fair, you were under a spell. And to be fair, several people fell victim to that spell, including members of Vox Machina.
I renounce the throne and cede the government to the Council of Taldor.
Oh.
We will be adding a few more.
Dragon. I'm sensing a dragon. Oh, yeah. Everybody run.
Gods above.
Everybody run. Oh, that looks like more than one. Oh, that's so many. Woo. Everybody run. Looks like they came back to avenge their cousin. God, Taldori just can't win. Jeez. Oh, okay. I like that ending because you got your nice sequel hook, the second season. I like it. I dig it. Vox Machina asks us 2 questions. What do you do when you hit rock bottom? And who do you find there? Now, there are 2 characters specifically who hit that rock bottom and didn't know what else to do. You have Pike and you have Percy. Percy's entire family was killed, and the only thing he had to rely on was revenge. And because of that, he was sort of taken advantage of by Orthax. According to the subtitles, I realized they never actually called the creature by their name. Because of his anger and his desire for revenge, he was manipulated and exploited. However, that did lead him to the arms of Vox Machina, the people who eventually saved him. And even though they're still inching their way up from rock bottom, he still became a better person because of it. Because when you are broken, the only thing you can really do is make yourself into something different, because you can't really put the pieces back to the way they fit before. And that's how people grow and change throughout the years, how people get past trauma. And some people, unfortunately, don't make it, like Delilah. Delilah was at rock bottom. Her husband was dying. No one could help her. And just like Percy, she was pretty much manipulated by the Whispered One. However, she did do a lot of horrible things because of that. And I think her being manipulated by the Whispered One is pennies compared to the horrible shit she did to appease it. She did not rely on herself. She relied on other people's sacrifices, their blood, their terror, their torment. She relied so heavily heavy on the potential of something rather than the very tangible support that she had around her, she didn't make it. And on the other hand, you also have Pike, who, while I wouldn't say didn't necessarily hit rock bottom per se, she was in a bad way. She was tormented by the fact that she could not reconcile her upbringing in the Everlight with the life she lives now. A lot of people struggle with this throughout the years, because a lot of us were raised with religion. A lot of us were raised to think and act a certain way to appease and honor some sort of higher power, even if that higher power is your parents. Maybe you enjoy something that your religion looks down upon. Or, I mean, this is often a struggle seen within the LGBTQ community. This is kind of an issue in the D&D community as well, especially in the early 90s, because there was a whole satanic panic over D&D, and if you don't believe me, watch one of Tom Hanks's first short films, and a lot of people had to reconcile things they loved and enjoyed and the friends that they had made with the fact that their religion disapproved of it. I personally don't believe that you have to choose one or the other, but a lot of people out there do, and for a moment, Pike did. But the Everlight told her, you love me by loving you and loving your life. You heard my voice get a little bit jumpy there, because I believe that that is a lesson that a lot of people need to hear, and it can bring peace to a lot of people. What matters is your happiness and your well-being. And even though I am not a fan of anti-revenge narratives, I do get the message about Percy's storyline, because at the end of the day, when you get your revenge, you're still you. You will still have to battle your demons no matter how much revenge you get. At the end of the day, it will not fix you. And some things do not need to be fixed. Percy sort of learned that it's not about them, it's about you. It's about you and how you feel, and if you can make peace with yourself and forgive yourself. And once again, not a fan of anti-revenge narratives. I get why it's important for Percy's character arc in particular. Now, on the show overall, I think this show is brilliant, and I think it is a very loving tribute to a well-loved piece of media, because it also seems to satisfy several of the fans, and it seems to bring a lot of new people into the fandom, and even people who do not know Dungeons and Dragons really love this show. And that's always the goal, isn't it? To get people who don't know what the show is to really fall in love with it. I really enjoyed this show, mostly because it is a very tight, cohesive narrative, and because it's a tight and cohesive narrative, all of the characters are treated with an equal amount of respect, even though narratively they may not be. Like I kept saying how everyone kept bagging on Scanlan. The show gives them their due. No matter how many jokes they make, no matter what they say, they get to have their day in the sun, and more than one day. One of the things I believe that makes a brilliant comedic relief is a character who you can see all of their emotions, their pain, their sorrow, but you can still come back and make them funny. That makes a good comedic relief. If you give the comic relief a tragic backstory and you find out why they act the way they do, you have to be very careful, because if you want them to continue being the comic relief, you can't make it too awful. Then no one else will find it funny. And if you need an example, the Ice King from Adventure Time, because after the episode Remember You, I did not find the Ice King funny. One thing that I did not like about the show, and I've said this several times, it shouldn't come as a surprise to you, but the graphic nature of it. Now, do I believe it suits the show? Yes, but I am always of the mind that excessive gore is spectacle. Now, this might be because it's very hard for me to look at specifically, but it really isn't to my personal taste. However, there wasn't so much gore that I couldn't watch the show at all, and you could always see it coming. Parts of this show are gross and quite difficult to look at. You can't watch TV shows and read books like AO3. There will never be a comprehensive list of each potential trigger or content warning that someone might have, which a lot of people find to be a bad thing. I actually don't care. So the matter is that this show was mindful of that. This show could have gone full Game of Thrones, especially where Delilah and Cassandra and Vax were concerned. They've had a pretty solid line that they couldn't cross, and I said this in the beginning of the episode, let me see if I can rephrase this properly. Because this show was made with a lot of love, hang on, give me a minute. They didn't want you to have to fast forward through any of the scenes. There are some shows that sort of bask in the moral superiority of, oh, we don't do that here. A lot of Netflix shows do this, basically blowing smoke up their own ass about how progressive they're being with their story. Stories can be progressive, they can have tons of representation, and they can speak to the people who really want respect in the media they consume. Arcane was a great example of this. They let these characters, be they sapphic, gay, chronically ill, disabled, multicultural, multiracial, etc. They just let those characters exist and let them live their lives and be a part of the story, rather than removing them from the narrative altogether to talk about how special they are because the maker of the show feels like they should receive some award for creating a black person. I am only ever seeing this in adult animated projects, and that's why I like them so much. I very rarely say things are a masterpiece, so don't be offended when I say that I don't think it's necessarily a masterpiece. I'll be honest with you. When it comes to adult animation, I have not seen a masterpiece yet. I am not sure if I ever will. I will say that the show is iconic, and I believe that people will be talking about it for a very, very long time, apart from its original podcast. And I hope in my heart of hearts that because this was so successful, we will see more of it. Now, we have been seeing a lot of shows like Invincible. That's a little too much for me. I think that at the end of all of this, as we are seeing a steady incline of more adult animation that cares about its audience, we better see more or I'm gonna run out of content. Vox Machina is iconic. Critical Role is almost a whole D&D subculture on its own. Judging by the love you guys have shown in the comments and just the excitement I see for more to come, I think this show has absolutely honored the content it came from, honored its fans, and honored all of us and its creators as a result. And I am very, very thankful for the opportunity to enjoy it with all of you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you so much for watching. I love it when a show really captures people's imaginations, and I hope when you see stuff like this and it inspires you, that you find peace in it. I know the world is very challenging these days, but I hope when it comes to artistic inspiration and your own artistic endeavors, that it brings you peace and you are able to bring it into the world, and you can stand right alongside great pieces like Vox Machina. I believe everyone has that potential, and I believe you in particular have that potential as well. Now, with that being said, please like if you like this video. Please subscribe if you would like to see more. You can support this channel on Patreon. There you get uncut reactions every day before I post. So I post on Wednesdays and Fridays, so you will see the full reactions on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Right now, we are doing a binge watch compilation of Nirvana and Fire. It was originally going to be The Untamed. It was going to be a rewatch, but Nirvana and Fire is going to be a Patreon only series from now on, mostly because I'm tired of battling copyright. You can find me on every piece of social media, Instagram, Tumblr, TikTok, and Twitter, but mostly Tumblr and TikTok because fuck Twitter. Thank you so much for watching. It has been an absolute pleasure doing this with you. Stay weird, lovelies, and happy eating.